to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the braves dare not go. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to reach the unreachable star. Good evening to the members of the Board of Trustees, to President Klauber, to distinguished members of the dais, administrators, faculty, staff, students, guests, but especially to our graduates. I bring you greetings from the Board of Trustees, the faculty, the staff, the alumni, First Lady Abigail Hugine of Alabama A&M University. Thank you so very much, Ms. Brown, for that wonderful introduction. And thanks to all of you for allowing me to be a part of this special celebration this evening. I want to take the time to formally congratulate the graduating class of 2017. Would you please join me in giving a round of applause to these new leaders of America? I also want to commend the Calhoun Community College and your president on the many accolades that you have received, including being ranked as a top 150 community colleges in this nation by the Aspen Institute, and your designation as an Achieving the Dream National Reform Institution. I salute you, Calhoun Community College. I salute you, Mr. President. Graduates, outside of this gathering, a whole new world awaits you. Your marketing tagline says it best: your community, your college, your future. Success starts here. With the success that you have encountered here at Calhoun Community College, you are ready to embark upon the challenges of tomorrow. Some of you will be embarking upon careers for the first time. Others of you will be continuing your professional careers. Some of you will be continuing your education at another college or university. And I invite you to consider Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University. Whatever the next step, I implore you, I challenge you to follow your dream. I was looking at a graduation card the other day, and it was a simple message. And that message was, follow your dream. So you may ask, how do you follow your dream? Let me share an acrostic with you about the word dream. The first letter in the word dream is D. D reminds us that we must have determination, that inner strength which says to keep on going when there's nothing left in you except the will which says to them, hold on. As we encounter obstacles in our paths, we must realize that we should never give up. Obstacles are there to help us achieve our goals. When life knocks you down, you have two choices. You can stay down or you can get up. Dr. Benjamin May says it must be borne in mind that the tragedy of life does not lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy of life lies in having no goals to reach. Not failure, but low aim is sin. Remember that most of the things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there was nothing left in them except the will which says to them, hold on. People who had determination, such as Katherine Johnson, Mary Jackson, and Dorothy Vaughan. These three brilliant African-American engineers, mathematicians, and computer programmers literally changed the face of NASA and enabled the successful launch of John Glenn, the first American to orbit the Earth. You learned about them and you met them in the blockbuster movie Hidden Figures. During the early days of the space program, we did not have computers as we do today. The calculations were done by hand. We had what were called human computers. Katherine Johnson was one of those human computers. She did the math, but her male colleagues got the title and the pay and even their names on the report. In her work environment, she was denied access to the same restroom facilities or even drinking from the same coffee pot. Yet she remained determined, and she did not waver from her dreams. In the movie, one of the defining moments is when they were about to launch into space, and they found in the control room that the IBM calculations were problematic and that the computer was indeed acting up. John Glenn insisted that they send the numbers to Catherine to check them all, or he would not blast off. She reviewed the calculations, made the necessary corrections, and there was a successful launch and re-entry. Dorothy Vaughn's story is very similar. She took on the responsibility of serving as the interim supervisor for the West Area computer area, but she was denied the title and she was denied the pay. But she did not allow that to deter her from her goals. She was determined to make a difference. As a visionary, she knew that at some point machines would replace humans. And so she taught herself and those that she supervised the language Fortran. Because of her determination, Dorothy would be one with the skills in place to program the first IBM computer when it finally arrived and was installed at NASA. Johnson, Jackson, and Vaughn, through their determination, reminds us that the only dreams that die is the one that we allow to fade into the night. Following your dreams will also require our responsibility. As the final verse of the poem Invictus reminds us, it matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. This is where you must take personal responsibility for your dreams. It is not someone else's dream. You are the CEO of your dreams. Jay Franklin, in his book, Believe That You Can, describes 6 stages of a dream. The 6 stages are: I thought it. You turn it over in your mind. I caught it. You start talking about it with others. I bought it. That's when you pay the price. I sought it. You put in some sweat equity. I got it. You passed that what-if stage. And I taught it. There is no success without a successor. Note the personal responsibility in each step, the I. With the acceptance of personal responsibility, you should then engage your GPS system, your goal planning system. This GPS system, the navigational system, will help us to tackle our dreams by directing us around the impediments to our dreams. The GPS system will help us to navigate around the committee of disbelievers, those friends that tell you that you're not able, that you're not worthy, that you'll never make it. Remember that you are the company that you keep. Friends can either pull you up or they can pull you down. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future, says Chaplain Ronnie. There are 4 types of friends that we come in contact with in our lives: dream stealers, dream killers, dream builders, and dream givers. Surround yourself with dream builders and dream givers. Following your dreams will require effort. Jesse Owens, an Olympic legend born in Oakville, Alabama, says that we all have dreams, but in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes a lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. The story is told of a man who found a cocoon. And of course, you know that butterflies come from cocoon. One day there was a small opening that appeared, and he sat and he watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through that little hole. Then it seems to stop making any progress at all. It appeared as if it could go no further, and so the man decided that he would help the butterfly. So he took a pair of scissors and he snipped off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly emerged, but it had a swollen body and it was small. The man continued to watch the butterfly because he expected at any moment that the butterfly would fly away, but it never happened. What the man did not understand in his kindness and his haste to help is that the idea of having effort, having that butterfly to squeeze through the hole, was God's way of ensuring that there would be fluid in the wings for that butterfly to fly away. Sometimes struggle and effort in our lives is exactly what we need in order for us to be successful. To follow our dreams will require that we have a can-do attitude. Attitude is the element that is important in making your dreams a reality. It is often said that there is a little difference in people, but that little difference makes a big difference. That little difference is attitude. The big difference, though, is whether the attitude is negative or whether it is positive. The attitude that we take will determine the level of our success. In the book Adversity Quotient, the author concluded that the secret to success is how you respond in situations of adversity and in times of stress and strain. He said that it's not always your IQ, but your AQ that makes the difference. He compared life to climbing a mountain, and he said there were three types of mountain climbers. At the bottom of the ladders were the quitters. These are the people that said it can't be done and they don't even try. A little higher are the campers. They start off with a flash. These are the individuals that they reach a certain level and then they are just comfortable there. They do not advance further. And then high up on the ladder are the climbers. These are the people who live life to the fullest. They continually embrace and overcome whatever challenges are thrown their way. Finally, to follow your dreams will demand that you are motivated, pursuing your dream with all the passion and the strength that you have. You have to believe in your heart that you can do it. To achieve it, you must first believe it. You must draw inspiration and motivation from the lives of those who have demonstrated that failure is not the end, but it is the road to success. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Now 6 championships and 5 MVPs later, Jordan has become arguably the best basketball player of all time. Jordan famously said, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I have lost about 300 games. On 26 occasions, I have been entrusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over again in life, and that is why I succeed." Alex Haley wrote for 8 long years on his book Roots before it was published. Henry Ford, in his early businesses, failed and left him broke 5 times before he founded Ford Motor Company. Holland Sanders' secret recipe was rejected by 1,009 restaurants, but we know today that KFC is one of the most popular chicken fast food restaurants in the nation. Thomas Edison made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before he finally succeeded in developing the light bulb. Dr. Lonnie Johnson, an Alabamian, was told not to aspire beyond a career of a technician. Nevertheless, he was inspired by the story of George Washington Carver. Today, Johnson holds over 100 patents and is known for the invention of the Super Soaker, one of the most popular toys in the world. A young Jay-Z couldn't get any record label to sign him. Now he's worth over $550 million. While developing his vacuum, Sir James Dyson went through 5,126 failed prototypes, but the 5,127th prototype worked. And we know now that the Dyson bagless vacuum cleaner is one of the best-selling in the nation. Theodore Seuss, better known as Dr. Seuss, the author of children's classics such as The Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham, had his first books rejected by 27 different publishers. The common thread among all of them is their unwillingness to give up, to throw in the towel. They remained motivated. Let me close with a personal story. Shortly after we moved into our home in South Carolina, there was a beautiful dogwood tree that I found in the woods that I wanted to put next to our patio. So I dug up the tree and I placed it next to the patio. After a while, the tree appeared to be dead. And I was going to pull the tree up. My mother, who was living with us at the time, who is now deceased, said, "Son, don't pull up that tree. Just water the tree, just a little while longer." I didn't think it would make any difference, but we kept on watering it. And we kept on watering it. And one day, I saw a branch come from that tree. And then I continued to water it, and more branches came from the tree. And it became the most beautiful dogwood tree that I've ever seen. And I refer to that dogwood tree as my mother's tree. The lesson in that story is that we should never give up. We need to keep on watering our dreams. I know that some of you have applied to universities and you have been hoping to get that scholarship or an assistantship, and you keep getting rejection letters over and over again. Keep on watering your dream. You have taken those licensure exams, and you fail one time, you fail two times, and you fail three times. Keep on watering that dream. You've been searching for that job. You've submitted resume after resume. You've gone on interview after interview to no avail. Keep on watering your dream. Your relationships seem to go nowhere. Keep on watering that dream. You've been working on that business plan, but it just does not seem to come together. Keep on watering that dream. You have been trying to obtain funding for the wonderful idea that you have to start a business, to no avail. Keep on watering that dream. And one day, just as that dogwood tree blossomed, so will your dream. So keep on following your dream and watering your dream with determination, responsibility, effort, attitude, motivation. Make that your quest to follow your star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far. Still striving with your last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. Follow your dreams. Congratulations, class of 2017.